don't even know if that can give you salmonella. He got it from Denny's, but that's a whole different story. Hey besties, and welcome back. Coming at you from my bathroom today instead of my kitchen, so if the audio is weird, I apologize. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know why, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It is another Sustainability Sunday, where every Sunday I teach you how to be a little bit more sustainable without hugely changing your way of life or breaking the bank. Today, since we're already stuck in the bathroom, we're gonna talk about the sustainable things that I have in my bathroom. The first and probably most sustainable thing I have in my bathroom, if I'm being honest, I have a stone bath mat. Is it technically stone? No, I honestly don't know how to pronounce the word and I'm probably gonna butcher it. It's really dirty and it needs to be cleaned, but you clean it by literally sandpapering it, and I can't find the fine grit sandpaper that came with it, so we have to go and get new sandpaper. So pardon that it's dirty. We've had this for, I wanna say 2 years now, and I've become obsessed with it. No, when you step out of the shower, it's not like super plush and comfy, but you do get used to that, and it pretty much, while you're still stepping on it, it already starts to absorb the water that comes off your feet. We have one in the bathroom and we actually have one in the kitchen under our dish drying rack. I'm obsessed and I would highly recommend these to people. Again, we've had ours for like 2 years. I genuinely think was the greatest thing we ever could have purchased. People do ask me all the time if it's weird to not have, you know, a nice comfy soft bath mat, and it's really not. You get used to it very quickly. And if there's one thing to know about me, it's that I'm the clumsiest person you'll ever meet. So with how quickly this absorbs water, less chance of me slipping and falling. Definitely for the best. Number 2, and y'all have definitely heard me talk about these before, I have reusable bamboo rounds. They're not cotton rounds, they're bamboo rounds. They come in a little bamboo box, they're little bamboo rounds. Now, am I gonna say everyone needs to run out and get these immediately? No. But if you use cotton rounds as part of your daily skincare routine, it's definitely worth the investment. You know, these are in a cute container. I can leave this sitting out on the back of my sink and it doesn't look out of place. These, they do great. They do the same thing the cotton rounds do. A little bit of micellar water on this takes off my makeup. A little bit of, you know, toner on this works on my skin. Ones that I have are two-sided, one for makeup remover, one for slightly more exfoliation, like if it's toner. Truly can't say enough good things about them. If you already use cotton rounds, just get reusable. Cut back on your waste. If you don't use anything like that for your skincare, obviously don't go out and spend your money just to spend your money. But if you're already using cotton rounds, just get the bamboo ones. I do also have some reusable plain cotton ones, not disposable cotton, but plain cotton ones. On that note, under my sink, I get this guy. Oh yeah, it's a trash barrel. Everyone has a trash barrel in their bathroom. This isn't my trash barrel. This is what I use for a hamper. I got a little metal trash barrel with a lid for the actual trash barrel. The little white bucket lives under my sink, and when I wash my face, when I do any skincare, the bamboo rounds go in that and my face cloths go in that. I have specific face cloths that I use as well. My reasoning? That way they don't get the rest of the clothes dirty / wet / skincare chemicals on them. I'm sorry, but if there's something that has retinol on it, I don't want that getting on my clothes. I don't want to risk any of my clothes getting damaged from my skincare. Therefore, face cloths, bamboo rounds, anything like that goes into that little bucket. It then doesn't ruin any of my clothes, which is more sustainable. And it also promotes using reusables by making it that easy to clean them. You wouldn't think that this guy's more sustainable. I went out and I got a glass jar that says hand soap on it, and you would not think that that is more sustainable. Especially because I want to say that I got them from Target for like $3. What makes it more sustainable than buying hand soap? Not him necessarily, but the refills. I will say in theory, yes, I could just get a normal plastic disposable bottle and put the refills into that. I could do that, but where's the fun in that? I want something that's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, Sustainability Sunday is about not changing your lifestyle either. I want something that's pretty. And the normal disposable ones do feel like they break down after a while. They get kind of gross. The refills for these come in plastic bags. I think that they stopped doing plastic bags for the hand soap that I get. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure that now they come in big plastic containers again, but coming in bags use significantly less plastic. It is almost time for me to get another refill, so I guess I'm going to see what the situation is with that at that point. But getting them in bags use significantly less plastic and was significantly more sustainable. So to me, that makes this more sustainable because I'm not constantly buying more disposable bottles, and the refills were using less plastic and were more sustainable in the long run. Also, yes, in theory, there are ways that you can make your own hand soap. I have eczema. People in the family have sensitive skin. They're very sensitive to scents. They're very sensitive to a lot of things. I'm very careful with what I use. Speaking of soaps, this is a soap bag. You quite literally just put your bar soap in here, close it, and then in the shower, you use this. The soap is in here, it helps it lather, it helps it foam, it helps get you cleaner, and it exfoliates at the same time. Maya, that doesn't look like it's ever been used. No, because I'm not going to show you the one that's currently in the shower. Full disclosure, even though it is more sustainable, I don't use bar soap. I still use body wash. My husband, however, I've gotten to switch to bar soap. So technically we got a 2-pack, one for him, one for me, and no, I have not used it. But he uses his, so it counts. I also have this. It's a giant T-ball. It's a giant one. It's got a little magnet up here. It's a giant T-ball. You know what I do with this? It's gonna sound really dumb, but I crumble up a Lush bubble bar and I hold this under the faucet as my bath is running. And that's how I get a bubble bath when I want a bubble bath. I don't take liquid bubble bath and pour it in as it's running. And I don't waste an entire bubble bar by just throwing it in there and watching it not bubble. I feel like by crumbling up a little corner of the bubble bar and hanging it in this under the faucet, I get a lot more bang for my buck, so I'm saving money in the long run, and it's more sustainable. I'm going through less plastic, I'm going through less product, it's more sustainable. I do highly recommend either a giant T-ball, or I know that some people, if their tights rip, they will take it, put the bubble bar in the bottom of the tights and like tie that to the faucet. I've heard that works amazingly as well. I also have this waterproof shower speaker. Is it the most powerful shower speaker? No. Can I suction cup it to the shower wall? Yes. Will it fall off the shower wall? Absolutely. It does all the time. Why is this sustainable? Because I have owned this boy for more than 10 years. This was actually a gift to me from my ex's mom. I would say that using the same speaker for more than 10 years is definitely being more sustainable than buying the new cool waterproof shower speaker just because it exists. When you own something that you use for more than 10 years, because yeah, you could get something new, but the old thing works perfectly fine, that's sustainability. Y'all, I've talked about this countless times, but I haven't told you what I was doing with it, so like, don't come for my throat, but also acknowledge that you're finally knowing what I used it for. I kept saying that I had a tub from Clorox wipes that we had when we moved into this apartment. When I used up the end of the wipes, I did say I was keeping the container to do something with it. This is the container. You probably can't tell, but this is what I'm doing with it. There is baking soda in the bottom because I still can't get the fresh scent of the Clorox wipes out of here. But these are toilet wands. Is it sustainable to use the disposable toilet wands instead of just a reusable toilet brush? No. But when it comes to cleaning the bathroom and especially cleaning the toilet, that's the one thing that I'm not super 1000% sustainable about. I'd rather use disposable items for cleaning the toilet. I get weird when it comes to toilet germs. Maybe I get weird because I have digestive tract issues and I get sick a lot. And I don't mean sitting on the toilet, I mean laying on the bathroom floor. I get sick a lot. Maybe it's because my husband once had salmonella, so I get paranoid. Not from anything like that. I don't even know if that can give you salmonella. He got it from Denny's, but that's a whole different story. But I get very paranoid when it comes to cleaning the toilet. So I really use disposable products and they just come in a bag. Literally, I had them floating around like this. I don't like that. Maybe once all the baking soda dissolves the scent, then I will take them out of this bag. But for now, instead of going out and buying a container for them, they live in here, reusing something that you already have instead of buying new storage for it. And now I don't have just miscellaneous plastic tubes of it floating around. Ow. I just have one container that, in theory, I will label. Well, that was about cleaning the toilet. So if we're on the topic of toilets, this caddy lives on the back of my toilet. You've already seen the toilet paper. I've already done a whole video unboxing it and talking about it. It is the Who Gives a Crap toilet paper that they sent me, which I was very excited for. You can click if you want to see that video and my opinion on that. Clearly, I do use it. But the real sustainability isn't necessarily that I'm still using those. The real sustainability comes in what else is in there. This is a body spray that was gifted to me. Well, technically it was gifted to my coworker, Anna, and Anna doesn't have a sense of scent, so she gave it to me. Thanks, Anna. I don't really use body sprays. I do love the way that this smells though. It's a berry santal and I love santal scents, but this was gifted to me. I don't really use body sprays, but we didn't have a room spray. So this we keep on the back of the toilet as a room spray. because there have been times in the past we've had people over and like my husband's cologne has been out and they've sprayed that thinking it was room spray. No shade to the person that did that. I know that they genuinely thought that it was a room spray, but like it literally smelled like somebody drenched the room in Axe. Axe is not his cologne, but that's what it ended up smelling like. I have a few other body sprays that have been gifted to me, and we just use those as room sprays because I already own them. Why go and buy a room spray and let these go to waste? Again, would not use an actual perfume for it, would not use anything that's too heavy for it. Just a light body spray that dissipates. One of my very good friends is a huge fan of wet wipes. I know all about this person's favorite brand of wet wipes. This brand has multiple different types. I know what their favorite type of wet wipe is. I know way too much about my friend's wet wipe preferences. And the friend that I'm referring to is not Casey. If you've watched my Vlogmas, you can probably figure out who it is. When I moved in here, I knew I needed to get wet wipes for them. So I got this. This is actually a diaper wipe box, but I don't have their favorite wet wipes. I just have the ones that I got in bulk on Amazon. The wet wipes live in here, and it's sort of just an added layer of airtighting it, and it definitely looks a lot more aesthetic than having a pack of wet wipes just sitting out. Again, it's about not fully changing your lifestyle. I want things to still be pretty. That's a part of my lifestyle. I still want things to be a little bit pretty. I don't want things to only be utilitarian. I want there to be prettiness. I want to be able to enjoy looking at my bathroom. If we're talking about things that are utilitarian though, and not as pretty. Please do not mind how dirty my toilet is, but this is my bidet. It was gifted to us, and honestly, a bidet is, in fact, 1000% more sustainable than just using wet wipes. It has two different settings, and for my uterus having friends, the other stuff option works amazingly that time of the month. My husband was able to install it in like 5 minutes, and I would very much recommend it. That's it, besties. Do I have some things that aren't super duper sustainable in here? Yeah. I'm sure I do. I'm not the type of person that says, oh, you don't need toilet paper. I'm not zero waste. Zero waste is not realistic. What I am is somebody that makes small changes. What I am is somebody that is realistic. What I am is somebody that still wants a pretty bathroom that I like to look at, but that is better for the environment. What about you? What's the most sustainable thing that you have in your bathroom? Do you have any of these things that I have? Have you made any big sustainable switches? Are you thinking about making any big sustainable switches? In the comments, let me know what sustainable swaps you've made in your bathroom, because I would love to hear it. If you did like this video, make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. Sundays are Sustainability Sundays, so if you are here for the sustainability content, come back every Sunday. We have a fun time. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, otherwise YouTube will never tell you when I post new videos. It's a little bit broken like that. On that note, if you did like the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It actually helps a lot more than you know. It really pushes it into the algorithm and helps my small channel get out there a lot more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.